Your legs are trying to tell you something, and most people over 60 miss it completely. That tingling in your feet when you sit too long, the swelling around your ankles by evening, legs that feel heavy even though you haven't done much all day. These aren't just signs of getting older. They're signs that blood isn't flowing the way it should. And here's the part that matters. This doesn't fix itself. It quietly gets worse. But the good news? Your body already has a built-in system to push blood back up from your legs to your heart. Most people just never learned how to turn it on. That's what this video is about. 5 simple exercises, nothing extreme, nothing painful, that wake up the circulation system hiding inside your own legs. And the first one might surprise you because it starts while you're sitting down. Before we get into that, let me ask you something. When was the last time your legs felt truly light and comfortable at the end of the day? If you can't remember, stay with me, because what you learn in the next few minutes could quietly change how your legs feel starting tonight. Let's begin. Exercise number 1, ankle pumps, the simplest move that does the most. Here's something many people don't realize. Inside your calves, there's a network of deep veins completely surrounded by muscle. Every time that muscle squeezes, it pushes blood upward toward your heart. Doctors actually call this your second heart. And the easiest way to activate it, move your ankle. That's it. Sit in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor. Now pull your toes up toward your shin. Then press them down like you're gently pushing a gas pedal. Slow, controlled, back and forth, 20 to 30 times, 2 or 3 times a day, while you're watching television, while you're reading, after a meal. Now I know what you're thinking. That's too simple. It can't really matter. But a study published in the Annals of Vascular Surgery found that adults over 65 who did seated ankle pumps 3 times daily had measurably less swelling in their lower legs. They reported warmer feet, less tightness, better comfort at night, no medication, no equipment, just this one motion. Here's why it works so well. When you sit for long stretches, which most of us do more often than we realize, that calf pump goes completely still. Blood settles, fluid builds. Your legs start to feel heavy and stiff. Ankle pumps break that cycle immediately. Think of it as restarting the engine without standing up. Exercise number 2, seated leg extensions. Training the muscles walking misses. This is where things quietly go wrong for a lot of people over 60. Everyone says walk more. And yes, walking helps. But after 60, most of us take shorter steps, softer steps. We don't fully extend our legs, which means the big muscles in our thighs, our quadriceps, barely contract during a typical walk. Why does that matter for circulation? Because those thigh muscles compress the major veins in your upper legs. When they contract fully, they help push blood upward. When they don't, blood moves sluggishly. And over time, you start feeling it. Heavier legs, more effort climbing stairs. Getting up from a chair feels harder than it should. Here's the exercise. Sit tall in a chair, back against the seat. Slowly straighten one leg out in front of you until your knee is as straight as comfortable. Hold for 2 seconds, lower it slowly. 10 to 15 times each leg. Don't lean forward. Keep your back against the chair so your thigh does the real work. A 2024 study in the Archives of Physical Medicine and Rehabilitation found that adults over 60 who did this movement 3 times per week improved their walking speed and stair climbing ability within just 8 weeks. Not because they walked more, because they strengthened the muscles that walking wasn't reaching. If you're still with me, type 2 in the comments. Just the number, nothing else. Exercise number 3, standing heel raises with support, where circulation meets balance. Let me tell you about Margaret. She's 74, lives alone, walks to the mailbox every morning, makes her own meals, tends her garden on weekends. But last winter, she noticed something worrying. Her feet were always cold, her ankles swelled by afternoon, and she started hesitating at the top of her stairs because her legs felt unsteady. Her doctor said her circulation was sluggish and her calf strength had declined. He didn't prescribe medication. He prescribed this exercise. Stand behind a kitchen chair or countertop. Hold on lightly. Rise slowly onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels. Now here's the important part. Pause at the top for 3 full seconds, then lower yourself slowly over another 3 seconds. That pause changes everything. It keeps your calf muscles contracted long enough to fully squeeze those deep veins and push blood upward with real force. Walking doesn't hold the contraction long enough to do this. That's the difference no one explains. Start with 10. Work up to 20 over a few weeks. Margaret did this twice a day, morning and evening, holding onto her kitchen counter. Within a month, her feet were warmer. The swelling went down, and she stopped hesitating on the stairs. Not because she became an athlete, because her calves remembered how to work. Here's a question worth thinking about. How steady do you feel when you stand on your toes right now? If the answer is not very, this exercise was made for you. Exercise number 4, single leg balance hold, the 60-second test that predicts your future. Most seniors are surprised when they learn this. The ability to stand on one leg for 10 seconds is one of the strongest predictors of whether you'll fall in the next year. Researchers have even connected it to overall longevity. And yet almost nobody practices it. Here's why it matters for circulation specifically. When you stand on one leg, your calf, ankle, hip, and core muscles must all stay active at the same time. Not just fire once and relax. They sustain a contraction. That sustained effort keeps your calf pump engaged far longer than walking does. More blood moves. More oxygen reaches your tissues. And your brain is simultaneously recalibrating your balance system. Something called proprioception, which is your body's internal sense of where it is in space. Walking can't train this because you're never on one foot long enough. Here's how to practice safely. Stand next to a wall or sturdy furniture. Shift your weight to one leg. Lift the other foot just an inch off the floor. Hold for 20 to 30 seconds. Breathe normally, 2 rounds per leg. As you get more confident, lighten your hand on the support. Eventually just hover it nearby. You're not just training balance. You're training the entire system that keeps you independent. Walking to the bathroom at night. Catching yourself if you stumble. Stepping off a curb without thinking twice. It all starts here. If this part makes sense to you, type 4 below. Just the number. Exercise number 5, the slow, intentional walk. Turning your daily walk into medicine. I'm not going to tell you to stop walking. Walking is wonderful, but I am going to ask you to walk differently. Most of us walk on autopilot. Short steps, flat feet, barely any push-off. The calf muscles coast, the thighs glide. You cover distance, but your circulation doesn't benefit nearly as much as it could. Here's the shift. For just 5 minutes of your daily walk, slow down deliberately. Take slightly longer steps. Push off firmly through your toes with each step. Feel your calf contract as your foot leaves the ground. Walk like every step is purposeful. You're not walking faster. You're walking with more intention. And that intention is what activates the pump. You'll feel the difference in your calves almost immediately. They'll work harder. They'll squeeze more blood upward with every step. 5 minutes, that's all. The rest of your walk can be your normal, comfortable pace. This one change turns a casual walk into a circulation exercise without adding a single minute to your routine. Now here's something I want you to think about honestly. How many of these 5 movements are you currently doing? If the answer is none or maybe 1, you're not alone. Most people over 60 have never been taught these. They've been told to walk more and wear compression socks, and that's about it. But your body has this incredible built-in pump system in your legs. It doesn't need a gym. It doesn't need equipment. It just needs you to wake it up. Consistently, gently, a few minutes a day. You don't need to do all 5 perfectly starting tomorrow. Pick one, the one that felt most doable. Do it today. Do it again tomorrow. Then add another when you're ready. Because here's what I've seen again and again. The people who stay mobile, independent, and confident after 60 aren't the ones who exercise the hardest. They're the ones who exercise the smartest. Small movements done consistently that work with their body instead of against it. Your legs carried you through your entire life. They still can. They just need a little help remembering how. If this video made something click for you, share it with someone you care about. A spouse, a sibling, a friend who's been complaining about heavy legs. They deserve to know this too. And if you'd like more videos like this, calm, clear, and made for real life after 60, subscribing is the simplest way to stay connected. Thank you for your time today. I'll see you in the next one. Take care of those legs. They've earned it.